This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade and this is Africa Now. 3 Senegalese midwives involved in the death of a woman in labor have been found guilty of not assisting someone in danger. They received 6-month suspended sentences after Atsu Sokna died while reportedly begging for a cesarean after a 20-hour labor ordeal. Her unborn child also died. Mrs. Sokna was in her 30s when she passed away at a hospital in the northern town of Luga. The hospital even threatened to send her away if she kept insisting on the procedure, according to press reports. 3 men in Malawi have been each sentenced by a high court to 155 years in jail for killing a person with albinism. Aged 44, 45 and 71, they were found guilty after they confessed to the mother of a 23-year-old albino man in January this year. One of those sentenced was the man's uncle. Now, more than 700 civilians in South Sudan have been abused sexually in the first quarter of this year, with the country seeing a rise in conflict-related abuse, a report by the United Nations mission in South Sudan indicates. In a statement, the mission said despite an overall decrease in violence against civilians in South Sudan, cases of conflict-related sexual violence have more than doubled compared to the same period last year. According to the mission, civil defense groups and militias accounted for the majority of perpetrators of violence against civilians, followed by conventional parties to the conflicts. And in politics, Guinea's legislative body on Wednesday announced that there would be a 3-year transition period before civilian rule is restored, defying regional partners who have called for a swifter timetable following a coup. The 36-month transition, decided at a legislative plenary meeting on Wednesday, is slightly shorter than the 39 months which military junta leader Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya had announced. Last September, army officers led by Colonel Doumbouya ousted elected President Alpha Condé after he pushed through a new constitution in 2020 that allowed him to run for a 3rd presidential term. To security. 8 soldiers were killed and 13 wounded in an attack on northern Togo on Wednesday, the government said, marking potentially the first deadly raid on its territory by Islamist militants who have killed thousands in neighboring countries. Before dawn, a group of heavily armed gunmen ambushed an army post in Penjao Prefecture near the border with Burkina Faso, the government said in a statement. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack yet. The government blamed terrorists without providing specifics. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. More stories coming your way after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Rescue teams pumping water from a flooded Burkina Faso zinc mine in which 8 workers have been trapped for almost a month are drawing closer to a refuge chamber where they may have sought safety, the government said on Wednesday. The 6 Burkina Faso nationals, 1 Tanzanian and 1 Zambian, have been missing since heavy rainfall caused flash floods at Canada-based Traveli mining core Pecoa mine on April 16, forcing it to suspend operations. A judicial investigation has been launched by the government, while mine managers have been barred from leaving the country while the probe is underway. South Africa's Labour Court has ordered workers at ArcelorMittal South Africa steel plants, blast furnaces and coke batteries to be excluded from an ongoing job boycott after the company argued these are essential services barred from striking by law, the Metal Workers Union said. The National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa began a strike at Africa's biggest steel company on Wednesday, after wage negotiations broke down last week. The union is demanding a 10% pay increase, a housing allowance, and payment of 80% of medical insurance costs against the company's final offer of a 7% wage increase. Now, a small passenger plane carrying 11 people crashed in the forest near Cameroon's capital, Yaoundé, on Wednesday, the Transport Ministry said. The cause of the crash was not immediately clear, but the plane lost radio contact with air traffic controllers and was later located in the forest near Nagalo-Eboko, around 150 kilometers northeast of Yaoundé, the ministry said in a statement. The crash was the first major air catastrophe in the country since 2007. Google has announced the addition of 24 languages, including 10 spoken in Africa, to the Translate function. The new African languages are Bambara, which is spoken in Mali, Ewe, which is spoken in Ghana and Togo, Creole, spoken in Sierra Leone, Lingala, spoken in large parts of Central Africa, including Democratic Republic of Congo, now Luganda, spoken in Uganda and Rwanda, Oromo, which is spoken in Ethiopia, Sepedi, spoken in South Africa, Tigrinya, which is spoken in Eritrea and Ethiopia, Songa, which is spoken in South Africa, and Twi, spoken in Ghana. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, visit our website at www.TOSTVNetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Lukwade. Thanks for watching.